Hey, everybody. Welcome. This is the Real Estate Investing Mastery Podcast. I'm Joe McCall. I'm glad you're here. Got an exciting little episode here. We're going to keep this short, 20 minutes. I'm excited about this because this week we are launching Automated Mojo 2.0. 2.0. I think, Gavin, what was it, a year and a half ago when we released the first one?
Yeah, year and a half ago.
So tell me, Gavin, I want to ask what's the difference between that one and this one. But let's talk about, real quick, what we've been doing lately in our two virtual markets, soon to be third.
Yep.
But about 5 months ago, we started doing this in a new market in Alabama.
Yep.
Talked about it before in some other podcasts. But we were doing this Automated Mojo system where we were actually going out, getting lists, skip tracing them, and actually calling them. And within about 3 or 4 months, we've done how many deals? 14 deals?
Yeah. Within probably 4 months, we completed on 21. Now with what's in the pipeline, we're going to be about 35. We've got over 100,000 right now in fees, waiting just to close.
On the contracts now, and this is also including a second market we are in Mississippi, right?
Yes, correct.
I don't want to make this sound hypey, but these are some of the easiest deals that we have ever done, that I've ever seen. Most investors are out there spending thousands and thousands of dollars in marketing per deal, and we're getting these deals under contract for less than $500 in marketing on average per deal. Isn't that right?
Yep, that's correct. And that's the thing. It's all about the profit margins. That's what you need to look at. It's not all about, if I spend $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 and I make 20, it's only still a $5,000 spread. People don't already see that. People see checks. You've really got to know your KPIs and understand that I'd rather spend $500 and make, if it was a 10,000 wholesale fee, I've got $9,500 there. Sometimes people are spending $10,000 to get that. So you've got to really look at the profit margins that you're actually making, which is ours are unbelievable right now.
That's important because you hear realtors do this all the time, right? Like, I sold $5 million worth of real estate. Well, what they mean is like the house's total value was $5 million.
Yeah.
Or you hear wholesalers say I made $100,000 a month. But if you look at how much marketing they're spending, what their overhead is, how much time they're putting in the business, it's not an exact true picture of what's going on. And one of the coolest things about this that I'm excited about is we've been doing these deals without ever even talking to sellers. We have been partnering with local wholesalers in the market. We have a virtual assistant that makes the initial calls, and we're partnering with local wholesalers that are doing these deals. So this is cool. And so we created a course called Automated Mojo about a year and a half ago, teaching this stuff. Now we've decided, let's update it. Let's come out with 2.0 because we've been testing it and tweaking it and adding things and changing things. And this is we felt like, we really need to update this and make it more relevant for today because the market has changed. And I think I'm excited about this because it's easier than ever now to use this strategy to find sellers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. If you keep, like I said, if you have a simple system in place, because there's multiple things that need to happen. If you can get that simplified, and working, you can then literally, turn the marketing on, more calls, more leads, more deals, as long as you are set up right. Okay. And that's what we're going to be teaching. That's the main thing that's changed in this course. It's really focusing on step by step what needs to be in place to be able to do that. In terms of the systems, the follow-up, everything that goes in for you to be successful. There's not going to be any excuses to it doesn't work, because it does. And it works in multiple markets. I have multiple friends that do this and absolutely kill it. So if they're doing it on small budgets, then anyone can do it.
Here's the cool thing. There's some other guys out there that sell training on how to do dialing and cold calling and things like that. I'm the only one that I know of that teaches this for a lot less than what other guys are selling it for, but also teaching it how to automate and delegate the entire thing. So you're not even ever talking to sellers. So that's what we're going to be covering in Automated Mojo 2.0. And so, guys, if you're interested in this, go to automatedmojo.com, automatedmojo.com. In just a minute, Gavin and I will tell you exactly what it is that we're doing. But we created a course that's going to teach you how to do it. And should I even tell them how much it costs? It's absolutely ridiculous. We should be charging 5 times as much. In fact, if we were, I know some other guys that are teaching this, we would be charging 10 times as much to maybe sell it for what they are. We're selling it for $497. $497. It's a 4-module course. Each module is anywhere from 30 minutes to 60 minutes long. And we're going to be teaching you the systems, the tools, how we set them up, what we're doing, the scripts, how we're finding the VAs to make the phone calls for us. And we're going to be showing you exactly how to use the dialer, how to pull the list, how to find the right zip codes to pull the list from, how to get the right skip tracing service. It's really important you use the right skip tracing service. And then we're going to show you how to use the dialer, the exact dialer that we're using, along with step-by-step tutorial videos on how to set it up. We're going to give you the scripts that we give to our VAs, talk about how we find VAs, right? Give you the scripts that shows you how to find them, how to train them, the scripts to give them to use, how to train the VAs to know what to put into the CRM. So there's a lot of little steps involved. But I'm telling you guys, I've been in the business a long time, longer than Gavin. And I have never, ever seen an easier way to do deals. You can go out there and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on direct mail. I'm not knocking direct mail. Direct mail still works. But there's also, if you're already doing direct mail, don't stop. But you need to add this into your arsenal because you're going to find that your average marketing dollar, your average cost per deal is going to go drastically down. And it doesn't matter if you're living in an expensive, difficult market, you can still do these deals virtually in multiple markets around the country. So, Gavin, why don't you talk about, kind of what we're doing in Alabama and Mississippi right now. And we're going to go into Maui, Hawaii real soon and test this in an expensive, competitive, faraway market and see if it really does work. But anyway, talk about what we're doing in Alabama right now. What are the steps?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we've got an awesome team, right? So that's obviously one thing that you need. You need a great team. Everyone's got their responsibilities, understands, what they need to do to get the job done. So obviously what I do is that I look at the lists. I do all the making sure that the lead generation's there. The VAs are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Again, I'm not talking to sellers. And this isn't taking where I'm micromanaging them. Okay, people that try and hire VAs, they just do it wrong. Okay, you just need to take a couple of minutes out of your day here and there just to be checking in, hiring the right people. And once that process is in, we have the leads coming in. And one thing I want to add, Joe, actually, before I forget, is that we've got it now dialed in that we are pretty much getting as many leads that come in live from the dialer that actually come into voicemail as well. So we are doubling the amount of leads that come in from having the right setup with voicemails, where people are calling us back and saying, yeah, I'm interested in selling. Here's the property address. Can we get on the phone? Which is huge, because we could bring 5 leads in from live, and then all of a sudden tomorrow we check the voicemails and we've got 5 more sitting there. So we've just doubled the amount.
We didn't even talk about that before. That's good.
Yeah, which is huge. I just wanted to add that because we did forget. But yeah, with a process and then having a great team. And once it works, this is our wholesaler on the ground. She's amazing. And we've really tried to scale and open up her mindset as well to say, okay, well, you're great at what you do. We can take this now to any market, right? And the reason we went into Mississippi, because she knew that market well. So I was like, well, let's do it. And then we were successful there real quick. So now we're actually going into Maui. And this is more of let's see if we can do it in a hard market. This is just as for us, between us and, our team to say, well, let's go into a tough market where no one else can do deals. Everyone struggles, because I know that the process is working and it's very simple and we can do it anywhere. So our next step is Maui, and we're going to bring a deal in as soon as we can.
I know we will, for sure. Yeah. All right. So, we go into a market, we do some research, we find the hot zip codes, pull a list, a really hot list.
Yeah.
We'll tell you what list that is in Automated Mojo. We take that, skip trace it. We have a service that we highly recommend and use. that gives us very good, high quality. There's a big difference between skip tracing services. And so it's really important you use a good one, right? So this is one of those that will give you 5 to 10 phone numbers for each name and address sometimes. Sometimes it won't give you any, but it's a very good, high quality skip tracing service, right?
Yeah.
You get those numbers, you put them into the auto dialer, and that auto dialer then, it's the coolest thing about it is, and it's a lot of people use it, but it'll dial 3 phone numbers at once, and then when somebody answers, it pops up the information about that property. So you can actually, when you're talking to the seller, see the Zillow information on the property and the map and all of that. The cool thing is now that we're going to show you how to get a virtual assistant to make all these initial calls for you, because you only want to be talking to sellers that are saying, yeah, you know what, I want to sell my house. Tell me more. Or go ahead and make an offer. Those are the only sellers that you should be talking to. So we're going to be teaching you how to set all of that up. And then, I mean, that's pretty much it. Now, the power of this and the reason why it works so well is the follow-up. And this is super critical and important. So when a lead comes in, talk to them. You go ahead and make the offer. You don't have to go see the houses, by the way, either. We're not seeing these houses anymore. We're actually sending somebody local to go take pictures for us. But we're signing these deals electronically with digital signatures and by email and stuff like that. And so then, it's just from there, it's just regular wholesaling 101. You find another buyer who's willing to pay more. You may have to go back and negotiate a lower price with the seller, but it's super easy. And we're just going to show you how to set all this up step by step, click by click, how to get the list. First of all, how to find the good market, how to get the list, how to skip trace the list, how the auto dialer works, how to get the virtual assistant to make the calls. Once the virtual assistant makes the calls and asks the questions and gets the seller that says, yeah, I want to sell, well, where do they put that lead? Where does it go? If it puts into your CRM, and we're going to show you what we use for that, then you need to know when you call them back, how do you make an offer? How do you evaluate the deal? What are the right questions to ask the seller? How do you get in and out of the conversation within a few minutes so you're not spending 30 minutes to an hour with them? To find out if they're really motivated or not, you make the offer. They may say yes, they may say no, but then the follow-up is super critical. Almost the most important thing of all of this is the follow-up. And we're going to show you simple tools that you can use that does the follow-up for you, right? Amazing. I'm excited about this, Gavin.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep this podcast short, but I feel like it's too short. It's like so easy. There's not much more to say about it.
Well, I want to add one thing. That was just one example about wholesaling. This can also different lists and different setups. You can be doing land deals, lease options. It's still going to be the same process. You're just changing up the lists, changing up the scripts that are going to give you different types of leads. Again, as Joe said, the number one thing, once you've got that qualification in, is having the right follow-up and the right system to be able to manage this, to be doing deals. For instance, when we started Alabama, I think it took us doing this strategy probably 5 weeks to get the first contract. So we'd already lost 5 weeks, and then within the next 2 months, we'd already done 14 deals. And it all came from the first list, from the first calls. When we came back, we had 1,100 records that we did over 100,000 in gross. From a test list, going in saying, okay, let's try this. So the data is so important. The system and the process is so important. And if you get that down, you will make as much money as you want. And it literally is as much as you want, because more leads, more people dialing, more deals.
Yep. So I don't know what else to say. I mean, if you're not convinced that you need this, then you're crazy, or maybe you already got it figured out, but go to automatedmojo.com and we have some more information to tell you what it is. It's not, we're not going to be doing it for you. We're just going to be teaching you how to do it yourself. And it's super ridiculously cheap. It's only $497. You can go through all the modules in a couple hours and actually get up and running within a few hours after that. So it's not complicated, overwhelming, techie stuff. Gavin's doing most of the talking, which will be a relief for a lot of you, I'm sure, right? Gavin's going to be doing most of the talking and teaching in this, and he gets right to the point. There's no fluff. There's no like inspirational rah-rah, like you got to believe in yourself type of stuff at the beginning. It's not like that. It's like, we're just going to dive right in. You're going to learn how to do this stuff. You're going to go then, you can stop the video, go and implement it, and start making a lot of money. Start making a lot of offers and doing deals. Go ahead.
Yeah, so people, want to take massive action. I know we say that all the time, but it really is. It's not a course. It's not been designed to loads of information and you're just going to gather all this thing and not do anything with it. This is, like you just said, to the point, like set it up. There's no, I'm going to talk about for an hour something that's not really necessary. This is, let's get in, let's get leads coming in, let's start the process and let's make money. That's why we're all here. Everyone is in real estate to make money, and people have the fear of actually, doing it. They love to read, they love to watch videos and build websites and be in the CRM, because they can say, well, I've accomplished something this week. Well, the fact of the matter is, yes, potentially you have, but you've still not earned any money. This is to make the money. That's what it's designed to do.
Good. So guys, go to Automated Mojo, check it out right now, and appreciate it, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for listening to the show. If you want links, if you're listening to this on the road, go to realestateinvestingmastery.com to watch the replay of this or whatever if you want. I think we're going to have the audio and the video on the podcast website. But automatedmojo.com is where you get access to this course. It's not going to be up forever. Once we fill it up, we might just shut it down. We don't know yet. But there's nothing else like this out there right now. This is really, really needed. Don't think that you've missed the cold calling bandwagon. In other words, don't think it's too late. Don't stop thinking that, it's going to be too competitive. Too many people know about it now. It's not going to work as well as it used to. It's still working radically well right now. And we're still doing deals now. We've got students that are doing deals with it. We have friends and people that we do business with that are doing deals with it. So if you're, no matter where you are, in a hot market, a cold market, things are slowing down, going up, it doesn't matter. This works. You've got to have this in your marketing arsenal. And we know you're going to like it. So guys, go to automatedmojo.com, and thanks for listening. Thanks, Gavin.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you all later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.